All right, so Vicky Cool here with Wes from the Steel Woods. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. So congratulations on your new album, All of Your Stones.
Thank you.
Now, this is not only an album, but also a tribute to a fallen member. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean you could say that. I mean we finished the whole record together, so I guess it's become a tribute with the way things have happened. So
Now, how does that affect you as a band and mentally to lose a member like that?
and and I guess in a lot of ways, it's something, especially something that no one expected it, and it came out of nowhere, and it's been a hard first part of this year, to say the least. I don't wish it on my worst enemy, really, but there's not a whole lot that we can do except go on, press on, and I know that's the way he would have it. So
Now, when you're doing these shows that you're on tour with right now, and you're playing these songs, I mean, do you ever get caught up? Do you ever just think, oh my God, and just?
I do from time to time. We've got quite a few under our belt now since everything, but there's still times that it really hits hard, and especially if I can kind of feel the fans that are feeling that at the same time. It's a heavy thing.
Now, how has the fans' reactions been at your shows? I mean, have they come up to you? Have they talked to you and give you condolences and things like that?
Yeah, constantly. I mean, we've got fans that are much more like family almost, that have followed us for since the beginning, and so I mean it hurt them just like it hurt us.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine it. I mean, it has to have been so hard. I mean, especially from such a crazy year to have, when you don't think anything could be any worse, to have something like that take place.
Yeah, it was a crazy timing, man. But that's just kind of how it goes, I guess. And we only know one way, and that's just to pick up and keep on going.
Now let me ask you this: is there any other tracks that weren't on this album that features Jason that you might be able to put out at a later date?
I've had a lot of thought about that. There aren't any that are finished, I don't think. But there are some that are close, and there's a lot of half-written songs that the two of us started, or he started and sent to me, or whatever. So there's definitely more to come out that he's of his work.
Now, going forward, how do you think the writing process is going to be when you put out new music?
And it's, I mean, we still share a lot of friends that we wrote with together, or even separately, and yeah, I plan to just keep writing with those guys, and do some more just solo stuff too. That's I don't know. I feel like anything I do is after working with him so long, that it's kind of him in me anyways. You know what I mean? So yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly. It's hard to say, what'll make it on the record, and how we'll come about, putting that stuff out. But I think his work and his legacy will be all over it.
Well, I mean, it's definitely great to see that you guys are carrying on and playing more shows, doing more music and things like that. I mean, unfortunately, it is part of the industry. I mean, look at ZZ Top. I mean, he passed away, and they did a show 2 days later.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's hard, I don't know that I would have made it through that show, but they're just doing the same thing we are,
Got it.
Figuring it out.
As I say, figuring out one day at a time, and you just keep on pushing on, man. That's all you can do, definitely. I mean, not only for the fans, but for yourself and for your career.
Yep.
So tell me how the road has been, man. How have shows been during these crazy times?
I guess it's different everywhere. But for the most part, everybody is real excited to see live music again, and everybody's showing up and doing their thing. There hadn't been a lot of stink about whatever. If there's rules in place, everybody's happy to go along with them, and whatever it takes to really get out and see another show. So that's the main thing we've seen, is just people are excited to be out, and, as are we.
See, that's the one thing that they couldn't take away. I mean, you noticed that they were doing movies straight to TV, or TV shows were getting released, the whole series or wherever. You can't take away that experience of a live show, man, no matter what you do.
Yeah, you're right.
It has to be crazy, though, being caught up in the middle of things now, though, only for the fact of day by day I've been noticing out there's a different rule or regulation coming out. Looks like by every hour almost.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, we just working through it and figuring it out one more time. I mean, how many times can I answer that and have that answer for a different question? But I guess that's the only thing we can do.
No, I mean, it's got to be nuts. Like I said, it's just you see AEG and Live Nation. It went from go ahead and have shows to everyone's got to get vaccinated or wear a mask or be tested. You never know what the next day is going to be, but you just got to keep on pushing, man. I mean, you haven't been able to play a show in almost 2 years. Now you get back out there, and they're starting to tighten down after they loosened up.
You're exactly right. It definitely makes things tough times, but we'll do what we got to do to keep our job, I guess.
Now, are you cutting down on like fan interaction, like meet and greets and things like that? Or are you making sure people stay away from you, or what?
Well, I mean, we've had meet and greets, and if people want to come say hey, then I don't see why they can't. That may be against. Some may feel other differently, but I'm happy to be out and about, and I'm happy that somebody wants to come shake my hand, and I don't mind it at all.
Well, I mean, that's awesome, man. I mean, I'm glad to see that you're still out there doing your thing. I mean, I've seen stuff where bands are still charging you for an outrageous price for a meet and greet, but you never actually get to meet the band now. They'll let you watch the sound check or something from, halfway across the venue, and pretend you get a picture with them from, 100 yards away or whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
So after this tour wraps up, what's next for you?
Man, I think we've got about a week or two off, and so I'll be at the house with the family, and and then we're back out again pretty soon.
Now, how did you adapt to all your time off, man? I mean, during the lockdown and stuff, did you enjoy not being having to be on the road as much, being able to spend time with family?
Yeah, I kind of got spoiled, I guess, because coming back out was quite a challenge for the kids and whatnot. They don't understand. I've been home for a year, and they're going, why? What do you mean you got to go to work? I'm like, well, that's what people have to do, man. So, anyways, yeah, it's not bad, but I really didn't hate the time off.
Now, did that adapt you to a new style of touring? I mean, are you doing less time out and spending, a couple weeks at home like you're doing right now, or is that just by chance that you happen to get a couple weeks off?
Yeah, we're definitely scheduling more time off than we used to, because I mean we were just it was just demonstrated for us that we really don't have to hit the road as hard as we did, before. But
now, with you being able to put this album out all at once, is that a relief? I mean, I've noticed that a lot of bands these days are just completely scrapping the album format and only putting out singles.
Yeah, I mean, we did the single thing, where you release one and a week or two you release another. I think we released 4 before we actually did the full album release. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to go into the studio with one song and really put your heart and soul into just one song, So I think we will probably always be an album releasing kind of band,
Oh, for sure.
There's just so much that goes into making a record that there's a lot that won't get across, without releasing a full length record. So I just kind of prefer it that way. I want to put together a piece of art and release it, as a package.
Well, I mean, there's nothing like getting a new album is being able to lose yourself in there for an hour or so. I mean, listen to track after track. It sucks when you get one and you're like, that's it. That's what am I supposed to do until the rest of this comes out?
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm real sorry. I've got another appointment. This guy's ringing me off the hook at 3:30, so I'm late for it already.
All right, boss. Pleasure speaking with you, and I hope nothing but the best for you.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. Take care.
You too.